What's up, gorgeous girls, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share you a video that you have all been requesting so much on my Instagram, and that is how I style my hair. So I'm going to take you into my bathroom and I'm going to really show you. If you're new here, hello, I'm Tracy. I put out brand new fitness, wellness, and lifestyle videos every single week. So make sure for everyone that you subscribe to my channel and make sure you click on that little bell icon so you know every single time that I have a brand new video that goes live. So I've changed how I style my hair, and the reason for that is my hair was getting really damaged because I was using my flat iron to create waves, and I have a lot of hair. I mean, I have a lot of just natural volume, but it's very fine. So I was noticing a lot of breakage happening in my hair. So the Dyson Airwrap came out. Now I have to tell you guys, it's often sold out, it's difficult to get, and it is totally an investment. But I don't get blowouts. I hate how my hair looks when other people style it. I don't like getting blowouts. So for me, the investment, it was about $600. So, it is definitely an investment, but I love it. I love it for many different reasons. And for me, it just kind of makes sense. So you figure if you're gonna get a blowout and you're spending, $40, $50 every time you get a blowout, it works out in the end. So it comes, which I don't have anymore, I got rid of it because it was huge and I hate stuff. So it comes in this giant case, okay? Like this beautiful leather, like lovely design case. And, but you don't need to keep it in that. I keep mine in a shoe bag. This is the base of it, okay? So a couple key features here that are really nice. It's got a super long cord, which is so nice. Sometimes you'll be traveling and like the outlet's like far away or something like that. So that's really, really helpful, okay? It has the dryer on this. What I love is there's 3 heat settings, so you can do cool, medium, or high. I do it on medium always. Same with the air temperature, so you can do 3 different settings of low, medium, or high. I always keep it on high. And even on its highest setting, it is not crazy loud, which I also really appreciate. Because I often listen to like podcasts or trainings, or I'm just like multitasking as I do my hair, trying to get some education going. So I really appreciate that. And then, so this is like the base of it, and then there's a little lock here for the features. So, the Dyson, the blow dryer is very popular, and this is kind of like a smaller version of it. I love that they have this, because sometimes if I'm in a rush, if I get right out of the shower and then I immediately want to do my hair, this is a godsend, because then I can use this first on my hair to just give like a quick, dry on it. Now, when you're styling it, and I'll explain this in a minute, you want your hair to be about like 80% dry, I would say. So there's a couple different attachments. There's this one, which I don't think I've ever used, and the reason being because I am terrible at giving myself like a proper blowout. My hair often will do like this flip up at the end and it just doesn't look cute. So, if you like that look of like a smooth blowout, this is your attachment that you would use next. What I like to do, and I'll show you as I'm styling it, is I use this attachment, sort of a brush one. And it's nice to detangle it and then also to get some frizz out of the top here. And then there's these 2 guys, which are really cool. What I love about them is they have the arrows that tell you which direction you're rolling in. And what's cool about that specifically, they designed it, they really thought about this so that the arrows, when you're looking in the mirror, it makes sense, like you're not going like backwards. It's really, really cool. So these are the 2 attachments. Now, they have 3 different types of this. So there's one that's like the complete styler. There's one that is smooth styling, which is not, and the one that I have is the volume and style. So the reason, the other reason why I really love this, and this is not sponsored, I purchased this myself, is because the heat itself, it's not extreme heat. You don't need to use heat protectant. And I don't know about you, but I always forget to use heat protection on my hair when I was using my flat iron. It was like, sometimes I would use it and sometimes I wouldn't. And then of course I had all this damaged hair. And it's drying your hair and styling it at the exact same time. So I'd love to tell you that it saves time, but when I was using my flat iron, I would let my hair air dry and then I would do a quick pass. So it only would take me about like 10 minutes to do my hair. This takes longer, for sure, but I noticeably, and even my husband has noticed it, I can feel the difference in the texture of my hair. And I haven't cut my hair in like a ridiculously long time. So I find that's really nice. I also have a really hard time getting the back of my hair, but with this, it always looks nice. I notice it in videos that it looks smooth, it looks uniform, like the curls come out really, really nicely. And you all have noticed as well, so I really appreciate that. A lot of you, I've talked about this a little bit more on Instagram. If you're not already following me on Instagram, you know, do join me on Instagram. I'll leave the link down in the description below because I do videos every single day on Instagram. It's just a really great way for me to interact with you guys. So I'm gonna take you in the bathroom now and we're gonna style my hair, and I'll tell you exactly how I do it and why, and so let's do it. Okay, so my hair is clean. I've showered, it is wet, and we're gonna take out the knots here. So I always use a wide tooth comb here. It's kind of weird doing this in the mirror because I don't really know where to look, but I'm trying to figure it out. My hair is actually, it gets very knotted because I need a haircut. I haven't gotten my haircut since I've moved to Miami. What? So I've lived here for 6 months. So it's been like probably 8 months since I've gotten a haircut. Far too long. You will also get the pleasure of seeing all of my fabulous gray hairs, which are all right in the top of my head, which is quite embarrassing. So that's it, you know, hair's coming all over the place because, like I said, I need a haircut. So I am gonna use my Diva Curl Set It Free. This is the moisture lock. This is like living in Miami. It has been my boo. So I just give this a spray. I really focus on the ends more, but my hair gets quite frizzy and there's a few things that I do to combat that, so I'll show you. So we just give this a good spritzy spritz. Great. And then I always just kind of shake it out just to make sure like it spreads around. So let's get into the styling. So I attach this little brush attachment here. My hair it's a little more wet than it's good for styling yet. So what I do is I like to use this to just kind of smooth it out because I've noticed that I have a lot of breakage on the top of my hair because I just do, I don't know why. So I like using this brush. I find that it really, really helps, and we're gonna smooth it out. So I just put it on, not super duper loud, and I just take it through my hair like this. And I'm not drying it. I'm not like trying to get it fully dry. I'm really just trying to get the smooth factor. So it's really more about the top of my hair. You do want a little bit of moisture in your hair when you're styling it. A little bit, very, very little. So this does not look pretty, I get it, but it's more dry. So it still has some moisture in it, that's what you want. And it, you know, sometimes if I need a little more, I'll just take my hand under the sink and just put just a little bit of water on it. So we're gonna switch this. There's a little lock here, you switch it out. And then what is so smart about the Dyson is they organize the arrows, you know, these little tubes they are designed so that when you look in the mirror, because that's what you're doing when you're styling your hair, you can see which direction the arrow is going in. So this one would be for this side of my head, and I don't know why, I always start with this side. So if I look in the mirror, it's going in the right direction. I always point the end of it, the tip of it down. So I like it to be on medium heat here, so it's just on the medium heat. And I start with this piece, and I wrap it. And I just hold it, keeping the end out, that's really important. And then I give it a cool shot. So it's a nice cool shot here. And you can touch it the whole time, it doesn't get too hot. I hope this one comes out good. And voila. Okay, so that's the first curl. Like, it's so good. So this is like more of the wave, okay? What I like to do is alternate between wave like this and an actual curl, which I'll show you. The reason why I do that is I find for me, my hair tends to go hippie real fast. So if I do only waves around it, it's a little too hippy dippy for me. So I find that if I do wave, curl, it just gives it a little bit more body, looks less just like, you know, Woodstockish. So I'll show you the curl now. So same side. I take about an inch. This is how I do it. I don't know if this is right. It works for me. So I kind of let it, whoops, hang on, that was wrong. Do it again. I wrap it like this, and then I roll it in, okay? You can go right up to your head here because it's not gonna get too hot, all right? And you just kind of hold it. And then I'll do a cool shot. So you have to hold the button while you're doing the cool. And I just keep it on until it feels like it's cool, like it's not hot anymore. So you gotta just keep touching it. Okay. So then I turn it off and I unroll it. And look at that. I mean, that's like, what? And so then I just give it a little nudge down, okay? But you'll see that it creates a different texture, okay? So then I just keep alternating. So now we're gonna go another chunk here. You see how much I'm taking? It's not very much, about an inch. And then this one will wave again. So the wave is just a wrap. And I keep my end out. Shot now. Hold the button. Take it out. So you see the difference? We've got wave, curl, wave, and now we're gonna go back into another curl. So I just take a little chunk here. Try not to miss any bits. Turn it on. Wrap it, okay? Give it a little help. And then roll it in. Take it out, turn it off. You get the little kind of pigtail, and then I just sort of pull it down a little bit. So, you know, towards the back here, what I find, you know, it doesn't really matter so much which side you're doing, meaning like, oh, you know, you have to section off the middle of your hair. It doesn't really matter. And especially if you're guiding it like I am, especially with a wave. So I'm probably gonna just do one more here because that's really all I can see. And then I'll show you my little trick. So. Why I'm doing that is it's gonna just make it, like this curl looks a little wonky to me. So it's just gonna give it a little bit more moisture to start. You want it to be, I think they say like 80% dry, something like that. And it's more wet here, but my ends are kind of dry, so that's gonna help, okay? So then you just keep doing it. All right, so we're gonna go back into the wave now. So I finished the second side of my hair, and now I'm also going to give it a little spray of hairspray, okay? Because you already did the cool shot, it's not like when you use a flat iron or a curling iron, I have so much hair all over me, that you have to, you know, let the curls cool down. You don't need to do that. So it is done, and I always just kind of give it a little ring through here, okay? So that is that. Now, I have a lot of like frizzies, flyaways, broken hairs, all the things here. So I'm gonna use some products here. So I'm gonna use a spray oil, which really works well on my hair because my hair has a lot of volume. It gets frizzy, but it's very fine. So if I use like serums and things that you know, put in a dropper, that usually tends to weigh my hair down. It doesn't look good. So I'm just gonna take this and actually spray it in my hands. Give it like a couple sprays. Rub it in. I'm gonna do my ends first, just so that it doesn't, you know, make the top of my hair look greasy. And then I just kind of do that on the top of my hair, okay? Any little bits, like my front bits are always like very difficult to stay ruly. So I do that, and then clear mascara, okay? I am almost out of this, but what I'll do is just you kind of just lightly comb it through your hair. And because it is, you know, light, I guess is the word I'm looking for, it doesn't make your hair go totally flat. So I'll just kind of comb it through for some of the, you know, just the very top here. I'm not trying to go all the way down, just for the very, very tippy top. And it just gets those flyaways down. And then just to make sure that it doesn't look like a triangle, I'll just kind of take my hands again and just sort of muss it up a little bit so I get more volume. Now, with my hair, I could keep it like this, which is what I'll usually do the first day. Then the second day, I'll usually give it, you know, like a side situation here. And then my new obsession, now I have to find it, hang on. I wasn't prepared to do this, so hang on. I just got all of these adorable little hair clips from Amazon. And so, I don't know, I'll use a big one here. So what if I wanted to switch things up a little bit, I'm gonna use this little clip just to give it sort of a different look, maybe day 3, right? And I'm gonna just take my hair here and clip it back. And it just gives it that sort of cute, sort of different look, you know, adorbs, right? Well, I hope that you enjoyed that. I've been wanting to make this video for you for a really long time, and I didn't want to give a review on this until I really spent some time with it. So I've now had it for at least, I don't know, about 2.5 months. So is this worth it? I absolutely think that it is. You know, yes, it's an investment, but it's just like when you get something designer that you know you're gonna have for a long time. And I like that my hair feels healthier. I like how it looks when I style it. And you know, definitely like the health of my hair is the most important thing. So I think it's great, you know, if it's gonna save you from getting blowouts or things like that. You know, if it's not your thing, that's cool. You know, you can use this just sort of as a guide of how to get some easy, beachy, sort of hippie, I don't even know, waves, messy. Usually my hair is messy. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.